Welcome back to Divinity Virtue. My name is Dustin Taylor. So yesterday was such an interesting day. So I go out, wore the fur jacket, had some pictures, and I opened up my energy and I said, I will only allow people into my energy if they're coming from love. I only want peace tonight, but I did put a covenant essentially on my night. I said, anyone who is coming with love, if they have something to say to me, I'll take it. So just the interesting night because a lot of people came up to me. A lot of people were like, "We haven't seen you in so long. It's been a couple of weeks." And I'm thinking, wow, like I guess when you go into hermit mode, people actually do miss you, which is kind of nice. But like I said, you can find me on Facebook, message me. My phone number is out there. I'm sure it's not too hard to find me. I go to certain places. They're all healthy. The gym, home, work, nothing else. But so there was three incidences that I hope I even said that word right. But anyways, so there's three incidences that were just different. So this native guy comes up to me, and don't get me wrong, I'm native as well. When we drink, we go overboard, and sometimes we slur our speech, sometimes we're aggressive, sometimes natives and alcohol, not a good thing. I don't know what it is. We should just stick to pot. But he comes up to me and he goes, "You're pure," and I go, "What does that mean?" He goes, "Yeah, I've seen your type before. It's like you're trying to stop drugs or something." I was like, "Yo, man, I'm not a cop. Not what you think I am. Not at all." He goes, "No, no, 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 no." And I know he was drunk, so it was just I think he was trying to find his words, and it just kind of came off a little bit different. And he goes, "No." He goes, "It's like your mission to like stop people to like from doing bad things and being like a healthy version of themselves." I was like, "What gave you that?" And he goes, "I've been around people like you." He goes, "Can I buy you a beer?" And I go, "No, I live a sober life." He goes, "See?" I was like, interesting. So that was one incident. There's this other one. And this poor girl, I've just watched her downfall. It's like life is just eating her up. She just can't handle her thoughts. Then she just partakes into like sinful things. And like I said, once you get in, it just keeps rolling, 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 faster, faster, faster. And every time she sees me, she can't. It's like a love hate, respect, not respect. It's a very weird dynamic because I have had a conversation with her where she told me lots about her life, but then she somehow thinks that I've told her some kind of lie or something, and she holds on to this. And I said, "Yo, I never said that." And she goes, "You gained the trust of all these girls, blah 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 blah." And I go, "What are you talking about?" She goes, "You keep telling people that I'm a demon." And I go, "No, never said you're a demon. I said the demons inside you come out very, very strongly against me." And she goes, "Well, you just think you're perfect." And I go, "No, I come from a really bad path. I did a lot of bad shit." She goes, "Well, so did we. But you know what? You don't have to come across as being better than everyone." And I'm thinking, okay, not my intention. Not my intention. I'm trying to be a better person because of all the shitty things I did. Oh, I don't know. I guess it is what it is. She would follow us around all night, and she would come up and then she would start just verbally aggressing, like very aggressive. And I'm just thinking, she goes, "You keep talking about me." I'm thinking, honestly, like out of 100 people, I don't even think you're in the 100 that I would talk to. Like I just, if you don't like me, I will stay away from you. I am that guy. Like, you know what? Like, I don't want like animosity. I don't want to be in fights. I hate like that. It's comes at me hard. I hate it. But anyways, She'll figure it out eventually. You know, I never lied to her. She's under the influence all the time. I'm sober. You know, you're going to get two different stories. It is what it is. I got no problem with that. So, anyways, we go, and my next story, we're actually at hmm. Anyways, my next story. So we go out, and this other girl, she goes, "Yeah, so like, are you spiritual or religious?" And I go, "Why do you ask me that?" And she goes, "Well, it just seems that you're different." And she goes, "I watch you all the time." And I'm like, going, "Okay." And I'm thinking, "Why are you watching me?" And she goes, "Well," so I don't know. I told her my story and whatnot. And she goes, "Huh." And the one question she asked me, she goes, "Do you know what your contract is and what you're supposed to be preaching?" And I asked her and I said, "That's very interesting." I said, "How do you know this?" And she goes, "Because you're on something." And she goes, and I think it's just the fact that that conversation got cut off right then and there. And I'm thinking to myself, interesting. Because I don't quite know what I am. Like, I got a lot of paradigms that I have to go through. And it's like aging. I'm the generational change in my family. I've gone off the addictions. I know that time doesn't happen unless it happens up there. I believe that I'm trying to preach get away from the outside noise and start focusing on what's inside. And I'm thinking it's more of I'm teaching people how to, there's only certain things you can control moving, what you can eat, what you think, and then what you say. Nothing else. You can't control anything else. So I guess what I'm showing is my time here. I'm going to try to put in 12 minutes onto this video. I've already done my website, or not, sorry, not even the website. I've done the questionnaire. So I got my final part of the questionnaire is already done, lined up section by section. I have my, well, kind of have my outline for the final sections, like the artistic. Like I want to make it stand out, but I'm not very artistic, even with a computer, and something I'm going to probably have to learn. So it is what it is. It's all a learning experience. But it was just interesting in that because I haven't said anything to anyone. I don't really tell people like all of my paradigms. Like I just know that I have to go through all these tribulations. I know there's a few doors that I have to close, but just the way that people have kind of see this. My next door neighbor, he's native, and I think he talks to animals. And he goes, when I first moved in, he goes, there was a lot of bad spirits coming from your house. And I go, yeah, I actually kind of believe that. I'm like, I could be home alone, and I live in a basement, and I know when the top person is either home or not. And I can hear footsteps walking above me. I'm just thinking, all right, well, either somebody's in my house and they're going to take something. I'll just let them do whatever they want. But I didn't hear a door open. It's normally locked, so I know when she's home. So, but he goes, yeah, I got rid of all those spirits, and I said, hey, I think the neighborhood probably appreciates you for that. He just kept telling me, he goes, you're different. He goes, you're a hybrid. He goes, I don't know exactly what you are, but he goes, I'm comfortable with you. And he goes, I know that you have to keep going. You'll figure it out. He goes, I don't quite know what it is, but he goes, I've seen your type in my, I guess they call it a community. I don't think they call it or a band anymore. I'm not too sure. Just we'll just go with community. It is what it is. And he goes, there's something about you that you gotta focus on your family bloodline. And I said, why is that? I said, my family bloodline's just trash. I'm like, half of them are into addictions. Half of them were sleeping around for money. The other half were murdered. I'm thinking, why do I want to be part of that? He goes, no, 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 no. He goes, not your father, not your grandfather. Go a few more up. He goes, there's people up there that are so pure that are with you right now. And he goes, you got their powers. You just don't know it. He goes, you're going to have to figure it out. And I go, okay. So the fact that getting these little bit of like energy niches, it's interesting because I'm, like I said, I do believe I'm a spiritual healer. Even with that girl coming at me last night, I kept telling her, I said, hey, like I don't need this. You keep coming up to me. You're eyeing me down in the bar. And I know it's like I said, it's not that she's got a bad soul or anything. It's just that she's getting very dark. And it just means that unless she's willing to look at herself and go, hey, like, why are these issues coming up? Why am I being meaner to people? She doesn't understand it, but when she goes, you're talking about me, and I'm going, no. If anything, people actually come up to me and talk about you, about all the things you have been doing. I don't care what you're up to. I'm trying to figure out my own life. I'm trying to figure out my own paradigms. You know, I gotta get rid of a karmic twin flame. Never want to hurt her. I want to love the girl like there's no tomorrow. I got best friends that are coming out of the woodwork. They're saying that they love me, and I said, "Hey, we are not playing this love bomb game anymore. Like, I'm looking for marriage. I wanna. I'm done. I want to be the best version I can be. I want to be healthy. I'm 2 years sober. I'm eating clean for 2 years. I'm trying to make it so that if when I have kids, I'm hoping that just whatever my DNA that I've been putting in my body for the last 2 years makes it the most like cleanest like DNA to produce a family. And that may sound egotistical, but I somehow think, and I've read about this, so I'm not a doctor or anything like I just said. I just read a lot of things where people who do drugs or who put shit in their body when they have kids, the guy and the girl, whatever they got in their body, if they're not very natural and clean, I think that's how diseases come about. Like I think I've read that they can check out diseases just from like DNA and stuff like that. And I'm thinking, wow, you'll know what somebody's going to have just because of like what the DNA was, or I could be wrong. Like I said, I could be wrong, but my logic is, if I'm clean and healthy, when I do eventually have a family, I'm really hoping that whatever I produce is the healthiest version that could be. That's really what I'm hoping. Because like I don't want my next generation to not outlive me. I want them to live to 120 if they could. This is a beautiful world. Like if you really understand, like it takes a lot for this world just to go by each day. You know, like Christmas season's coming up, and all those people who look at a Christmas tree or buy a Christmas tree, it takes anywhere from 4 to 15 years for that Christmas tree to be in your house for what, 2 weeks? Think about how much energy that took just for that 2 weeks of excitement in your house. Think about it. 15 years? The sun goes around 365 times? 15? Wow, that's a lot. How much water, nutrients, bugs, all this stuff that the energy, all everything that takes this world to go around just doesn't happen overnight. It's all timing. So maybe that's what I'm trying to maybe that's my contract. I'm trying to show people time. Time's irrelevant. I'm telling you this. You gotta make your own time. Your own time is your money. Your health is your wealth. You know, like maybe I'm trying to show people how to. We were going back to the old days. I don't know. Stuff's going down. It is what it is. That being said, I think this was a great video. Sorry for me stopping a little bit earlier. My grandma was down watching me, and I'm thinking, well, I guess she'll know that I like to talk to the computer, so that'll be an interesting conversation. But it was a great night last night. Thank you for all the people that came out and wished me a happy birthday. I really appreciate that. And you know what? Just keep going, everyone. Like, limit the outside noise. I know, like I said, I haven't been out in a few weeks, people actually missed me, and it was so nice. It felt so good just to be like appreciative and people smiling, and like you don't always have to be around people, but when you are, like, try to be the best version you can be and just try to show love. I don't know. I just had a great night. I felt so loved. It was crazy, and women actually started coming out saying like they love me. So yay. That being said, gotta take your losses before you become the boss. Try to be better, 1% better every day. Let's help everyone out. Divine timing, divinity virtue. God bless. Amen. Let's just enjoy life. Take care. Have a great day.